Beautiful day today to take my mom for a ride. For those guys that don't know what we do here on this channel, we do everything from racing. I guess we're big car show guys now because we're doing Hot Rod Power Tour. We built ourselves a drag and drive car, do radial race. So we've done some no prep racing, do some ride-alongs, and then just some vlogs of building stuff in the shop. Shit.
Yeah, who mounts a turbo?
You just can't, you literally. Today we're going to be doing a ride-along video. I've done these in the past with my mom, my dad, my sister, my friends, you name it, we've done it. And it's always a pretty good video. This car here was kind of built to be a tool for the channel. Ride-alongs, you know, letting my buddies drive it at the track, doing some drag and drive events. We've had it done for a while. We've been so busy moving shops, going racing, building other cars. Haven't really like finished the fine details on this guy here and got it to where it can do all of that. But my mom's in town for a very short time. She's actually leaving today. So I said, hey, before you leave, I got to give you a ride in this car that we built. So quick little tour of this thing. It's a 2000 Mustang GT. Of course, we LS swapped it. It's got a 408 cubic inch LS. The Black Sheep Stage 1 engine package that we assembled here in-house at Nasty Racing. It's rated for, you know, 1,000 horsepower. We have seen up to 1,600 out of this guy with some twin force inductions turbos. So it's been a really fun car. Rear mount radiator. So when you look at it here, it looks super sporty.
Very clean. But
it offers the drivability and the cooling of having a big ass radiator, because it has that big ass radiator in the back. So,
and honestly, do you think it works better with it being further back away from all the heat?
Well, I think the cooling capacity is so large, it has so much volume that it does cool really well. You drive this thing all around and 170 degrees is really all you see. You can hot lap this thing, you make it past the top end of the racetrack. When you pull off, it's 180 degrees. By the time you get back to the trailer, it's 170. So the car works really well. It's a 4-second street car. I love driving it. It's pretty bare bones though on the inside, because we literally got done with it and took it to the track and that was it. It's got a 6-point cage. It's got some floor structure underneath it. It's got swing outs, air shifter, which I like. So I can literally stick anyone in this car and say, hey man, all you gotta do is just let go of the buttons and let her rip. We got our motion parachute over there. No dash, nothing like that. Like you like fire this thing up and you're just driving it. There's nothing to look at. It's got 8.8 rear ends. I mean, this is your basic like
proven setup
that is super repeatable, so you guys at home can literally mirror this exact build. It runs on a HOLLEY Terminator. It's got an input-output module on it. It is just a solid car. So
I'm gonna call it budget friendly for how fast you can go.
For how fast you can go, it definitely is budget friendly. It does run the CO2 boost control through the HOLLEY, so I got a switch. My switch panel's in the center console. So what we'll do is like we'll ride around on wastegate. Makes like 5 or 6 pounds. You can't even hear the turbos, and because they're so small, I think they're like 64 millimeter turbos, it's super responsive. So it drives really good on the street. So we'll cruise around a little bit, make a little rip here or there on wastegate, where it makes that, you know, 600-700 horsepower, and then you flip the switch and then it's like party mode. Right now it's probably making 1,300, 1,400 when you turn the CO2 boost controller on. So the flip of the switch, you can literally double its horsepower, which for driving on the street, the 700 horsepower is kind of where I found to be the happy medium. But just for the sake of partying, you flip that switch and it's all there. And the car sounds absolutely amazing. I'll fire it up for you guys real quick. Titanium exhaust, TISSFab.com. Check them out. Simple, proven setup. We're gonna get my mom and we're gonna see what she thinks of the car first, and then we'll go for a quick ride. The seat's more comfortable with a pillow, isn't it?
Right
here, we'll just throw these right over your shoulder so it looks like you're wearing them in case the police say anything.
Oh, wonderful.
Ooh, just like this. There you go.
I can't even see. Can I go up higher or no? I guess not.
That's all we got for you.
What's this? The parachute?
What's that?
What's this?
Parachute handle.
Is there a parachute on it?
Yeah, don't pull the
That's what I mean.
don't push that forward. All right, so what are your thoughts on this car?
My thoughts?
Yeah. I know it's not the cow. This is like a little bit more bare bones.
It's a little rustic, I would say.
Yeah, so I don't have any dash or anything in here.
I noticed.
It's just set up, it just runs, and it's all...
There's a lot of wires and shit. What's this?
That's the key for it.
And with no ignition, I see.
Yeah,
right?
no, I do everything off this.
The windows, there are no windows? There are windows on it?
So everything's like kind of set up to be like wired up. But
that means no, there's no windows.
No, I didn't. It's not wired up yet.
Great.
So I'm just putting this on so I'm not sitting on it. But don't worry.
John.
So we're just gonna drive around. So it's like real race car up front, but it's got a radiator, so like it drives around like a normal car. So like,
do you have a license plate on it?
Yeah, we're legal. We're legit. It's like a normal car, other than all this.
So the cops that have been all over the road this morning, when they pull you over, you're just going to tell them it's a legitimate legal car, and they're going to say, "Look at this. There's not even a dash in there. You don't even know how fast you're going."
They could get me on that, but you just do it by sound. So this is like, I'd say the bridge between like the cow, which is like the real deal street car, which has like every single amenity, and the race car. You hear how it kind of like makes noises and vibrates and shakes? The race cars sound like they're falling apart. That's just how they are.
Let me just say something.
Yeah.
Do not compare this car to the cow.
I will compare this car to the cow. Got an alignment done on it so it drives nice and straight. Is that where you're gonna hold? You're trying to feel it out. Whatever you do, just don't push that
I'm not
forward.
gonna touch that. That's why I
Also, like a race car, it's very bouncy. The race cars, like when you're pushing them around the track, they're like very, very stiff. So like you'll notice just like driving around, you'll feel every single bump on this. But what's crazy is when they go down the road, or when they go down the track, they're very smooth.
What is spitting at me? Fuel?
No, it's condensation.
From what? The engine?
Yeah, from the exhaust. And it's like an alcohol-based fuel.
And it's getting hit in the basement?
It's just the condensation from it. Drives around pretty good though, other than a little
right to jail, right away.
If he gets me for the dash, I think I'm doing all right.
You know, because I was cleaning out your desk and I found that you had a court date.
Oh yeah, I just paid the fine. They pulled me over for this because I didn't have it registered. They got me. So I think this one's pretty fun.
Oh, John, they know exactly what you're doing.
No, I'm not doing anything. This is where I turn around. I told you I'd take out a short.
I know, but
Listen, I've gotten older and the years of me hot dogging around are gone today.
I don't believe
I'm a full-grown adult.
Yeah, right. Let's not go there. I have a long trip ahead of me.
I know. I told you I was going to take you just down the road and back. It's all good.
All right.
One thing this doesn't have though is turn signals.
Well, how do these people know that you're turning?
They see me. What's your stress level at?
About a 4, but when you shift, I get higher level of stress because I know you, John. You forget. So we're gonna wait for this car to pass.
We're gonna roll into it. You'll hear the turbos. Ready?
John.
That was it turned up. See how it just instantly lights the tire. That was like
What happened? We almost
it spun the tires.
fishtail. Oh.
So I flipped the switch. So it went from 700 to about 1400 horsepower, and then I big toe. I rolled into it, but it just makes that much power. It just.
So when you're going down the track and you spin the tires, is that what you feel?
Yeah. Except in in the race cars that are making like 3,000 or 4,000 horsepower, it's like a light
Real
switch.
fast.
But hey, not bad, right? You hear how it sounds like they're falling apart?
Oh, that
Everything's just solid bushings and bolts. There's no rubber. There's nothing like that. You get a normal person, tell them to go drive it, they say something's wrong.
I wouldn't know what to do if they got behind that wheel. I mean, let's get real. You put your father back there. He thinks he knows what to do. He does not know what to do.
Most people, they watch the videos and it seems easy, and everyone's like, oh, in a perfect world, like when you're racing, when you let go of the button and it goes down track perfectly straight, anyone can do it, because all you're doing is you're just making some minor steering inputs. You're just making some minor steering inputs and the car's hooked up. But it's the times where it's not hooked up, where it spins the tires or it drives left or it tries to wheelie.
Which is most of the time. Nothing's perfect.
You plan for it to go down, but it doesn't. So overall, what's your thoughts?
It wasn't too bad.
Oh, I told you we were just gonna quick little drive. Now next time I'm gonna get you at the track, all right?
Yeah, I don't know about that.
We're doing it at the track next time.
You're lucky I like you.